Greetings, people of the internet. It is I, that Canadian fangirl, trying something kind of different with my recording setup now because I know the past two episodes it looks like I'm blowing my mic out, so I'm talking from further away to make sure I don't. Let me know about my audio quality because I feel like my audio quality has been really bad lately, but hopefully you can hear me. I'm getting nice form, so I think I'm good. Okay. I hope I'm good. I'm recording. We're good. Let's talk about an anime that was particularly made for me. That's right. Today is Cell That Work. What's Cell That Work? Well, I'll tell you about Cell That Work. It is a show. It is an anime about the human body. It's like, you must have known who I am, because it's like anime and biology, my two favorite things in the world. It's like, yes! Represent! Biology is always my favorite science. Screw physics. Screw chemistry. Biology, man. Biology is where it's at. Biology is so cool. I love, particularly human biology, but it's so fascinating. I love human biology. Seeing the nitty gritty of how every single cell in the human body works to basically function to keep you alive, and always been fascinating for me. So, Cell That Work was going to be a hugely good anime for me, and I freaking love this show. So I'm gonna talk about it. It is like there are 37 trillion cells in the human body. Other work is about one red blood cell. Fully named red blood cell. She is new on the job. They personify this cell. That's how it's edutainment. Where it's like, yeah, this is time to entertain you, but another time to educate you at the same time, which is why I love it. But like, she is new on the job, and her job is to deliver oxygen and nutrients to the cells, the other cells. And she kind of gets lost. With everyone says you notice because she has a little ohage, which might mean she has she's a deformed red brother, but that'd be really cool. It's like, yeah. So she gets lost. She ends up in weird sections, runs into a bunch of other immune cells. One of them being neutrophil, the white blood cell neutrophil, and the white blood cells are basically super, kill hungry, where they'll kill germs all the time. And then you have, if all these different cells show up, you have the killer T cells, the neutrophils, the platelets, the dendritic cells, the macrophages, just all these cells living together, doing their jobs, that's trying, help for survival of basically a human body, and it's fun. It is really fun. Particularly because every episode, particularly in Cells at Work, is about just something that goes wrong in the body that the cells have to fix. The pneumococcal in the first episode, where it's like white blood cells fighting a bacteria. Second episode, they're little platelets basically fixing a scrape wound, while the white blood cells are fighting off intruders because they're trying to get into the scrape wound. How the flu affects the body, and how it spreads to common cells. The algae episode is great. Well, an allergen basically gets into the system, and so the body is basically trying to rapidly, get rid of it, but they can't react. It's one of the funniest episodes. Is everyone pointing at it on planet like, it's you! It's your fault! Why did I did this? Like, no, it's because of that! That's really funny. You can see the growth of red blood cells, white blood cells, leading up to the cancer cell episode, which is really hard to watch because it's cancer. I don't like to swear, but fuck cancer. The cancer episode, though, is probably some of the best stuff in Cells at Work. It's not so... Because it's basically explained how cancer is formed and how exactly cancer comes to be, which is an interesting cancer. cancel sucks. I am not sympathizing with cancel as a concept. Because fuck that. Because fuck cancel. But, seeing how it comes to be and how it's literally, this regular looking cell that basically mutated because of something that the body did wrong is really interesting. I've always loved the cell process when it comes to that stuff. But I think that's fascinating. The fact that cancer basically if it's in your body, I think they feel like body effed up, and now you're dying. Sorry, buddy. It's like I didn't know this. It's like no one literally does. I'm sorry, people. But it's a great episode. I love it. I know. That episode was great. I love that. Bringing the nutrients, like, why are we going here? And the cat is like hoarding all the food. It's like, yeah, it's great. It's a great insight to how cancer affects the human body. Like, my favorite episode is probably the blood circulation episode with the red blood cell basically, going through the entire circulatory system. Heart, lungs, drop off, back up, and it's like I love the circulatory system. It's like I love that cycle. That's just fun. This is how big of a nerd I was in school. I lost my shit at human biology. I didn't think time that was time. It's like, yes! I love that. I love the circulatory system. The heat stroke episode was great. I love that one. And then it ends with hemorrhagic shock. Is freaking eerie to end the season on basically the fact that you get a hemorrhage and basically it ends with red blood cells trying to make it to Lily and almost die, and you Lily stand there like holy shit. It's like it is scary how that happens. Where it's like, they said I'm gonna do a job, even though basically massive blood loss and looks like the body died, and then they say with blood transfusion. It's like, oh well. They live, but it's like, wow, that was a close call. Hemorrhage was scary. It's like, man, that's you, man. And then, and it got to season 2 was great. Season 2 was great, because there's a lot more fun stuff, where it's like, typical, they're talking about hair loss, they're talking about acne, they're talking about planned immunization was basically shot. Like, that was a cool episode. That was the second episode was like, they're fighting off a bunch of really weak viruses. It's like, these things are so weak. What the hell? And then it's like, oh yeah, no. That's how they basically, have it in them so that, they know about the actor. It's like, that is so cool how immunization works. That was a cool episode. It's like, well, that means something that will post 2020 and COVID a thing. It's like, well, that's what like, your body knows what COVID is now, so just fight it. Get vaccinated, people, is important. That's it. I'm telling you right now, get vaccinated. Please. Vaccinations are no joke. Please get vaccinated. If you're not vaccinated, if you're not vaccinated and you're listening to this, I don't know what to say to you. Get vaccinated. It does not cause autism. But no. And then I don't know. I just find it so cool. And then it ends with cancer coming back. I love the fact they bring back cancer. Because it's like, and this shows how bad cancer can fuck up your system. Where it's like, the first season basically shows how the cancer cell was grown. And then it comes back and it's basically stronger. And it basically shows how the body can basically, how cancer can totally, screw with the human body. And man, cancer is scary. Particularly because it basically it can make some cells believe that it's just a regular old. Particularly when in season 2 when cancer comes back, they have to fight a macrophage. They have to fight one of the other cells because it's basically disguising itself as a regular old common cell, even though it's clearly cancer. And the cell's like, no, you can't harm cells because the body's designed not to attack its common cell. the fact that Canada can do that is scary. It's like, man, cancel the napped up system. It's like, again, fuck cancel. Anyone who's suffering from it, my heart goes out to you, because truly cancel is some of the worst stuff. It's probably the worst thing people can go through. But like, man, when you see exactly what cancer does at a cellular level, it's like, it is, no, it's not good. But, yeah, no. But that's Cells at Work. Cells at Work is so good. Code Black, I prefer. For the whole reason that Cells at Work Code Black is more effed up. Because Code Black, for those of you who don't know, in Japan, if you work for something called a black company, it basically is an exploitative company. They'll take advantage of you. They'll basically take advantage of you. They're abusing you. They're basically treating you like shit. And you basically are working, long hours, barely any sleep, barely any time, barely any pay, and you can't say anything because, and that sucks. That is how Japan works. Japan is a wonderful company. There was some shit Japan does that I do not agree with. Like, oh my god, when you live in an exploitative company, that's horrible. But Code Black is basically a body that is basically in an exploitative company. So the cells are basically in a black company. So the cells are overworked, they're stressed, they're in pain, and it's an incredibly unhealthy lifestyle, basically showing from that point of view. And that's so much more fascinating, basically seeing like alcohol addiction. There's an episode about kidney stones, hair loss. There's an episode where the guy's trying to have sex. So the red blood cells all rushing toward the penis, and basically all rushing toward the penis. Cause like we have to basically get the sperm because of the kind of healthy lifestyle. They will basically work overtime to basically do this. It's like it's too hard, and the sperm die anyway. So it's like, what was the point of that? It's like, no, it's a great episode. This episode with the stomach also. The hair loss. The kidney stone episode was really interesting when they go to the kidney, then don't happen, and just watching all the cells are basically falling into the urine and basically dying. You get the kidneys are basically tearing through it. It's like, that looks painful, but no, it's a great. And then the gout episode is great because they're all overworked and fed up, and this thing comes through and they're attacking it, and they're always like, wait, no shit. No, this isn't a foreign thing. This is something the body does naturally. We're attacking ourselves, but they're all taking out the front. They're just like, this thing sucks. Let us sleep. And it's like let us sleep. There's too many fat cells. It's a great episode. And then it ends with cardiac arrest, and it's like, that was scary. Basically, watching a bunch of red blood cells in a blood clot, and they're basically rolling through an artery, and then it gets jammed, and they're like, no, cardiac arrest, and they're basically trying to save the heart. It's like, again, it is so fascinating, basically seeing exactly how that shit happens. But it's like, yeah, no, guys, this is what an unhealthy lifestyle does. With mostly, this guy's probably overworked, so he doesn't get time. This is why exploitative companies are bad. Like, overworking employees that they have to basically take time out with smoking. The smoking episode was great too. I think the first episode where basically they're trying to survive like the lungs and like this full of smoke. It's like, that was great. The alcohol episode was basically getting doused. They were doing it with caffeine too. That was cool. But yeah, just watching all this stuff. It's like, man. When you realize some of this stuff, it's like, yeah, people who are overworked don't have time to basically take care of themselves properly with proper meals, and basically have to take the edge off of smoking, drinking, and all that stuff. Seeing basically how that basically helps the system is so cool. Like, I don't know, I love my time with Code Black. It's like, I kind of hope Code Black gets a second season, because I thought Code Black was so much fun, because it ends with the red blood cell getting sucked out of the body, and kind of looked like he got basically sucked out of transfusion. He got transfused into a different system, which is even worse. And it's like, I want to see how that works. I want to see that so bad. That's fascinating. I want to see the two of Code Black. I'm pretty sure there's more spin-off manga. I think there's one about the cells going up. So that was. And of course, I mean, when you're talking about cells, you gotta talk about the platelets. The adorable platelet. Like, don't diss the platelet. The platelets are awesome. Both in real life and in the show, because platelets are cool. They're literally protecting your body from basically losing blood. They're basically patching you up. It's like, they got the coagulation. They're basically sticking you back together. But they're so cute. The platelets are freaking adorable. It's got a dub, and the dub is great. Man, I love Cell That Work. There's so much about Cell That Work that's so charming and fun. I don't know. Particularly, like, there are so many shows where they have to, kind of break down exactly what does happen to the human body, where it's like, showing, blood cell, red blood cells, white blood. Honestly, this episode breaks it down so deep. The white blood cell is called a neutrophil. They're all other immune cells, like a urophil, which are particularly in the stomach, and basically, no, urophil something else. Again, there's so much terminology, but there's so much terminology that is great. Like, I love the particular immune cells that particularly only live in the stomach and basically fight tapeworms, basically when you're getting food poisoning. Where it's like, when you eat like raw fish and something comes out, it's gonna make you sick. It's like there's a particular immune cell that basically prevents that. There's a particular cell that basically targets cancer cells. Like, that was cool. The killer T cells basically do more than, are basically more specialized than what plato neutrophils do, because they're basically fighting influenza. The memory B cells are basically remembering when things happen, so that they know, okay, we fought this before, go to that, which is why the immunization of the cell thing, where the memory B cells basically like, well, this thing is weak, but something's gonna happen, and then the actual thing happens. It's like, oh, that's so cool. The little good bacteria, basically, in the system. It is a fun time. But, like, if you want a really, really good anime about how the human body works, How That Work is truly probably one of the best. Both it and Code Black, because, again, Code Black is just so fun. It's like, Code Black hits really hard too, where it's like, I know Code Black hits really hard too, because you realize it's like, it is going into a lot more, interesting topics than vanilla Cell That Work. But, like, both are so interesting. Yeah, if I had to recommend an episode of Cell That Work, I would recommend the allergy episode, just because the allergy episode is fun. And it is fun seeing basically how an allergic reaction happens. But, like, it is one allergen, but the reaction of your body's reaction to the allergen, and that is interesting to watch. Any episode with cancer, I highly recommend, because it is really interesting. The heat stroke episode was actually really fun. I do like the heat stroke episode. I love when he gets heat stroke fighting heat stroke. That's the cool episode. They go into the shit on how to prevent heat stroke, and he's like chasing a bacteria. He's basically done because he's not following. It's really fun. The cinematography episode is great just because of seeing exactly how the blood circulation works. Particularly with white blood cell, basically trying to make sure red blood cell doesn't get lost, which is really funny. I actually do recommend the hemorrhagic shock episode, just because that's really interesting. It's like, just a regular old day, just everyone is doing their job, so like, boom! They look, it's like, there's a giant hole. It's like, alright, they're patching it up, and they're trying. But like getting a little fast, the blood cells are dying, children are getting in, everyone's basically panicking. It's like, it's a fun episode. I know, from season 2. Again, the Kansas episode's really good. Again, the Kansas episode season 2 was great. It's like, the immunity episode is freaking fun. I recommend that. And I don't know, season 2 is basically like a bunch of stuff about bacteria, and basically, from it, which is fine though. Again, but they may not cancel. From season 2, again, the Kansas episode. Like, if you're gonna watch anything from season 2, the immune episode and the cancel and more cancel. And if I'm going to recommend an episode from Zelda World Code Black, okay, the Oregon episode is really fun. I like that one. The Kidney Stone episode is really cool. I really like the gout episode, and probably the finale episode with cardiac arrest. So yeah, I go the last 3 episodes, and the erection episode, and I kidney stone episode. But like, yeah, any episode from Zelda Logan is great, particularly if you're like really curious about how the stuff works. It's fun. It's good. That's the one thing about Zelda Logan I would say. It is beautiful animation. It is animated really nicely. It's fun. It's entertaining. The voice acting is great, and it's also has a lot of jargon. There's a lot of tactical stuff when it comes down to basically, the nitty gritty of bits. Like, I don't know. If you're a doctor, you probably understand a lot of this stuff. Cause like, there's some nitty gritty health science stuff that's like so interesting. But like, yeah, that's Cells at Work. Probably one of my favorite anime. Just because it is calculates everything I. But that's about all I have to say about Cells at Work. I think I've gushed about it enough. Remember to like the podcast around, follow it, share it with your friends and enemies, or random people you meet on the street. Follow all my socials. They're in the comments down below. Feel free to comment on this episode if you're so inclined. You don't have to. Okay, I'm doing this for me. I don't care. And remember, when people ask what fangirl do you listen to, it is That Canadian Fangirl. With Canadian Fangirl, That Canadian Fangirl. Alright. Later, peoples. Remember to go see Haikyuu. I'm going to keep plugging Haikyuu the Dumpster Data because it is in theaters right now. Please go see it. If it's available in your area. Alright. Later, peoples.